I want to make this video real quick to say that there's something I've been meaning to share, but I wanted to do it in the right way because I feel like it's a message that I didn't want to have come out the wrong way. Because it was originally a very brutal negative experience to go down, but that over time has progressively become a very positive event for me. Um, Recently I experienced negative LP gains. And I've come to really understand them now. And it's that idea that when you skid bump on 0 LP, you go into debt, I like to call it now. And that debt must be repaid. You can't get away with it. And I skid bumped on 0 LP enough times that my LP gains got so bad that I started hemorrhaging LP to the point where when I was demoting, um, the minus 25 I got from a physical demotion was less than I was losing on a normal game, so that would actually cause my LP gains to become worse again. Over the course of one patch, I lost 800 LP from Emerald 4 to Gold 2. Um, I fell into a very brutal depression. Like, if I can pop this up. This is one patch length of time. And that was hard. I uncovered a lot of things about myself in this process. I realized I have this thing where I form like psychological scars with my champions, where it's like if I have a champion I play a lot and I'm doing well with, if I have a loss where it feels like I couldn't see what I could do to win that game, it will like shatter my confidence with that pick to the point I just won't pick them again. And then I start running out of champions that I can play proficiently, which is why this is like what my top played champions looks like, where almost all of my top playeds, they're all very good win rates. So how did I go on this massive downhill spiral? It's because I had individual games that were causing me to not be able to have confidence in these champions again. But so at the worst point, the LP gains hit a minus 37 and a plus 13. And I realized that something that happened was I was dissociating in my games because halfway through the game before I had even lost, I was thinking about how much am I going to lose this time? Where will this put me? And I wasn't trying to fully win anymore. I was too like jacked up in like thinking about what am I going to lose. More than that too, no matter how well I played, I could not like ever leave a game feeling positive. Something about seeing a minus 35 or 36, 37, it robbed any positive feedback I could give myself for calibration. And this steadily made me play worse and worse and worse. Like, I can show this now because I've come to a better state in like understanding myself, but like minus 33, minus 30, like plus 18, plus 18. This is like a small snippet of like some, like, nope, not that one. Yeah, so it was a long stretch of it getting worse and worse over time. Yeah, but I eventually found peace because I stopped looking at the LP. Actually, it's when I made it to Platinum 4, I forsaked my rank. I just said, no more. Like, I don't look at it anymore. And the shocking thing was when I did that, I felt at peace. Like, I felt so much better after I chose to not look at the ranks anymore. And this block here, these three games, was the first O3 block I played after I gave up my looking at my rank. I stayed fully focused, I stayed fully locked in, and I played my heart out. And it felt amazing. After these three games, I remember doing my laundry, washing my dishes, taking out the trash, cleaning up everything around me, and I pulled myself out of a depression that I had sunk into for weeks. It was a big wake up call. I wanted to share this because I feel like this is something that I had felt so hopeless and trapped as I fell into. It was like unbelievably hard and painful to fall down. But now that I'm on the other side, having let go of my rank, like it's not something I concern myself with now. I found another side effect I ran into was I had this issue of I couldn't get myself to play quality games. A lot of times, like maybe it's because I felt like I wasn't in a rank I felt I belonged. Even if I wasn't looking at it, I felt like I wasn't at the rank I was playing in. Like I had to accept the rank I was in now and get myself to just play high quality games. And that's where this idea of running for every loss came from. Because A, I needed to conquer shame around the fact I had fallen that far, and I needed to physically make it so I had to play well. Like, so I didn't have a choice. And I have happily to say, like, I've been playing much, much better. Like, these are my last two games I played, and I lost both of them. But the amazing thing about that running contract is that it kept me to the point where after each of those games, instead of complaining, instead of like getting upset, I put on my shoes and I ran. I didn't care if someone else lost me the game, how well I played. I just put my shoes on and I went. And that felt good. Game before that was a 45-minute grinder as Gragas. Like, I'm saying like my teammate scores here, but let's just give context of like, I wasn't like checking out mentally even though my bot lane was 5 and 30. Like, I was still in the zone trying to win. And I was happy with my performance. Like, and this is kind of how I've like had like my energy's felt since I started like having to hold myself accountable for these losses. So all three of those losses, I ran for each one of them today, and it feels good to play good games again. To feel like I'm playing, you know, quality League of Legends again. I'm not gonna say I'm hopeful to get back to my rank sometime. I'm more just gonna accept that it'll come when it comes. Part of what I realized about needing to not be able to see my LP gains is because I had to realize that there is even the wins were demoralizing. Seeing a plus 17, a plus 16, plus 18, plus 19, plus 20, it's actually in itself demoralizing comparably because knowing how much you lose, seeing that you get half of a loss in a win, it doesn't help. So I need to actually allow my LP gains to repair themselves without me being able to see them. But yeah, I uh I just wanted to share this. That Pantheon quote really does after every defeat I ran around the mountain until even shame could not keep up. But I feel like a better purpose now. Alrighty, so I was going through my video folders and I was cleaning out my old videos I had recording, and I found something of my own self. This is footage from when I was doing in my really, really low point at my climb. Or actually, this was when I was at the high point, which was allowing me to go over. Like, actually, no. This was at the point where I had just gotten over the mental, like, burden. Like, I hit, gold one in my, like, fall. And now I felt no longer the mental burden that was breaking me before. Like, this video here, actually, this is a extended version of, not the one that I'm going to show in the previous section, but this is me going through and talking to myself about the things I thought and the feelings I felt. And lo and behold, I was just so devastated to learn that I muted my mic for this 45-minute talk, heart to heart, myself, trying to say that if I quit the game, if I can't get over this, like, it's fine. If, I'll be free from, like, the negative energy. But it's like, I'm at several points in this extremely despondent looking. Like, I just look so pained. And so, yeah, it's a visceral feeling to look at. But in regards to the other video, this one I am releasing here and editing right now. I want to say that successfully, this was the point where I was, the LP had not returned or my rank had not returned, and but now it has actually, and I've reached the other side of like gaining back to where I was, and I'm giving this status update to say that yes, it's worked in not even a long amount of time, like 2 months. I mean, sorry, 3 months. I'm higher than I was before, and actually, enjoying and like positively experiencing my climb. I started manning a champion again. I play mostly just KO these days, but I've also been just keeping that mindset of playing like high quality League of Legends. And watching this back, I realized I want to start trying to not look at the LP after each game anymore again. I think when I hit Emerald, I stopped following that rule as much. And I should go back to that because I think it'll help. But alright. I just wanted to give this status update and say that it's possible. You can actually do it. And like, once you allow yourself to not be like dragged down by like the thoughts that like, cause you to mentally check out and give up, it's incredible what you can do. Like, I'm gonna show this real quick. Um, like, since I embraced being a one trick again, it's just been like a lot of. I've not only enjoyed the game, but I've been playing well with it. Like, this is when I switched over, and yeah, champion mastery and focusing on one thing that you can do repeatedly to know your reference points is important, like beyond belief. I call it champion connection, personally. How connected are you to your champion's game plan? But it's important why I think that's what champ cycling is. Because if you aren't connected to your champion, you need to cycle them, because otherwise you'll end up damaging your attachment to them. Anyways, that's all for now. And I hope you enjoyed if you're watching this.